Every single day, people wake up with big dreams, creative ideas, and the desire to achieve something great. But instead of chasing those ambitions, they bury them under layers of excuses, fears, and self-doubt. They wait for the perfect timing, for better circumstances, for a sign from the universe. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There is no magical moment. The comfort zone, which feels so safe, is actually the most dangerous place you can live. It silently kills your growth, your passion, and the future you could have had. Every time you choose comfort over courage, a piece of your potential dies. The version of yourself you could have become fades away. Life doesn't reward those who wait for permission. It rewards those who act, who take bold risks, and who believe in themselves even when no one else does. If you want to create a life that inspires others, a life that matters, then you have to be willing to take risks. No risk, no story. Ask yourself, what's holding you back? Fear of failing? Fear of judgment? Fear isn't the enemy. It's the signal. It's the compass that points you toward your purpose. Most people avoid fear like a threat, but fear isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to guide you toward something greater. Those who succeed aren't fearless. They're just the ones who face fear and take action anyway. And yes, you might fail, but failure is not the end. It's a teacher. You learn, you grow, and you try again. The real tragedy is not failing. It's never trying. That's the kind of regret that haunts you forever. Regret is heavier than failure. Regret lasts. Failure only lasts as long as you let it. It doesn't define you. What you do next does. The biggest risk in life is not taking one. Think about it. Every person who made history, who changed the world, took massive risks. Steve Jobs dropped out of college and risked everything to create Apple. Oprah got fired and was told she didn't have what it takes. Elon Musk went broke after selling PayPal because he bet everything on his next idea. These people weren't superhuman. They weren't born lucky. They just chose risk over comfort. They had no safety net, no guarantee. But they believed in the possibility, and that's why they won. Most people never even try, not because they lack talent, but because they're too scared to take a chance on themselves. They wait and wait, thinking it's too risky. But what's riskier? Trying and maybe failing, or never trying and waking up in a life you hate? Everything in life is a risk. Starting a business, quitting your job, moving to a new city, chasing a dream, they all involve risk. But do you know what else is risky? Staying exactly where you are, living a life that doesn't excite you, wasting your one shot at life playing it safe. The real secret to success isn't talent. It isn't intelligence. It isn't luck. It's courage. The courage to bet on yourself and keep moving even when the world says, stop. Every successful person you know has failed. Repeatedly. They've lost money, lost opportunities, lost confidence, but they never lost the will to keep going. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times before Harry Potter got published. The difference between winners and losers is that winners never give up. They see failure as part of the journey, not the end. Each mistake fuels the next attempt. The only true failure is quitting. If you don't do something different, nothing will change. You'll be stuck in the same job, in the same place, having the same conversations 5 years from now. Or you can choose to act right now. You can choose to leap into the unknown and see what happens. Because no one is coming to push you. No one is going to hold your hand and drag you toward your dreams. It's you versus you. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more sitting on the sidelines watching life pass you by. No risk. No story. Taking risks isn't just about chasing success. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. It's about smashing the limits you've set for yourself. It's about proving to your own soul that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. People live by the rules, go to school, get degrees, get jobs, save money, and still end up empty. Still feel like something's missing. Do you know why? Because they never took a risk. They never listened to their passion. They never bet on themselves. Playing it safe doesn't guarantee success. It guarantees mediocrity. Most people are afraid to fail, so they never try. But failure is not the enemy. It's the process. Every failure brings you closer to greatness. Every mistake reveals what you need to learn. The only real way to fail is never trying at all. Just imagine this: looking back at your life and realizing you never jumped. You never went all in. You never gave yourself a chance. Why? Because of fear? That's the real tragedy. The world is filled with people who had talent, had dreams, had vision, but let fear steal everything from them. And now they live with regret. But you don't have to. You get to write your own story. What kind of story do you want? One of playing it safe? Or one of boldness, of bravery, of chasing dreams with everything you've got? You are the author of your life. Every choice is a sentence, every risk, a new chapter. If you want your story to be worth telling, take the risk. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the fear to disappear. It won't. Fear will always be there. Doubt will always be whispering. But the people who make it, the ones you admire, they act in spite of it. They do it anyway. They don't let fear control them. The world doesn't belong to the cautious. It belongs to the bold, to the risk takers, to the ones who leap before they're ready. You don't need to be the smartest or the most talented. You just need to believe in your ability to grow, to fail, to learn, and to rise again. You only get one life, one shot to do something amazing, one chance to leave your mark. Don't waste it. Most people live like time is infinite. They keep putting their dreams off until it's too late. They go through the motions thinking they'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow becomes next week, next year, never. And when the clock runs out, they realize they were always just one step away from the life they wanted. They just didn't have the courage to grab it. There are no guarantees that you'll get another chance, no promises that the opportunity you have now will still be there later. The biggest lie is thinking you have time. You don't. Time is the most valuable thing you have. And once it's gone forever. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The more you hesitate, the more fear takes over. Until you've wasted years waiting for the perfect moment that never existed. But here's the truth. Action creates clarity. Start doing. The more you act, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more confident you become. And with confidence, fear loses its power. But it starts with one thing: taking the risk. Stop overthinking. Stop playing small. Life is short. If you're not taking chances, you're wasting it. No one remembers the person who stayed in the shadows. They remember the risk takers, the ones who dared to try, the ones who dared to fail, the ones who bet it all on themselves. They didn't succeed because they were fearless. They were scared, just like you, but they did it anyway. That's the difference. You're not waiting for the right time. You're avoiding the truth. There is no right time, only now. If you don't act today, you'll find another excuse tomorrow, and then another, until your whole life becomes a collection of what-ifs. What would your life look like if fear didn't exist? If you believed in yourself completely? If you went all in? That's the decision. Right now, not later. No more delays. No more doubts. This is your time. This is your moment. And you need to take it. Taking risks isn't just about getting the result. It's about becoming someone unshakable, someone who keeps showing up, someone who doesn't flinch at failure. That's who you become when you stop playing small. Look at the most successful people. They didn't get there because life handed them a golden path. They got there because they never stopped moving forward. Their stories are filled with failure, heartbreak, rejection, but also grit, courage, and resilience. They succeeded because they took risks that most people wouldn't. That's the truth. And if you want their kind of life, you have to do what they did. You may fail, you may lose. But what's the alternative? A life you settled for? A life filled with regret? That's not living. That's existing. You were not born to exist. You were born to create something unforgettable. But that kind of life? It belongs to those who dare. People will doubt you. They'll laugh. They'll tell you you're making a mistake. But that's their fear talking. Don't let it become yours. Show them what's possible. When you take risks, you become a lighthouse for others. You show them it's possible. You show them courage. You prove that fear doesn't have to win. That's what the world needs. People brave enough to go after what they want. Playing it safe won't get you there, but taking the risk, that's where transformation begins. That's where legacy is built. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting for someone to save you. The only thing between you and your dream life is the risk you're too scared to take. But if you take it, everything changes. Because at the end of the day, no risk, no story.